we're gonna have a server coming soon. It'll probably be up sometime either tomorrow or the day after. If anything, it's only gonna take about a week to get it up. That's if anything, I say less than a week, because if I can just go out and DoorDash what I need for gas and then the server tomorrow, I will do so. And the reason for that is I've been slacking back on my DoorDash because of the fact of, well, I'm only allowed so many miles within a certain amount of year span, or for that year span for the warranty on my car from the lot. And within 1 year, I've already done 2,000 of said miles. Now, that's not over, but if we was to say, I think it's like 5 years, right? It's like 5,000 miles or 5 years or something like that. For me to use 2,000 miles in 1 year, right, doing DoorDash, yeah, that's a yikes, because 1 year is 2,000, 2 years is 4,000, 3 years is 6,000, right? If I stay on that nice grindy scale. So I would actually lose the warranty on my car, so I've been having to cut it back.
And it is lagging like hell.
Oh, it's lagging for you? That also might be the server you're playing on, mate. So I don't know where you're from. I'm not gonna ask where you're from, because let's say, like, if you're in the US and you play on the EU servers, you're gonna get lag because of ping. Same as if you're in the EU and you play on US servers, you're going to lag on that. Same as, it also depends on the data center. So whoever's hosting...
I'm on single player and I'm on box 1X.
Oh, you're in single player and 1X? I don't really... Okay, so there's a couple things you can do to help with your game, because I'm playing with like over 70-something mods. I think I have like 74 mods, and I might have 2 more coming in a bit, which will also be on the servers. But with that being said, I run kind of smooth. So to do so, there's a couple things you can do, and this is going to help you out. So this is one of the things I covered in the past. You're going to have mod developers, which I really are good at making mods, but don't know how to tell you to run your system properly. They're going to tell you to turn VSync on. Don't. VSync is terrible for consoles. So if you're in console or even computer, leave it as off.
My Xbox is old.
Xbox, okay. That also could be the thing. Could be your video. Could be the CPU, the GPU. Anything inside that console is basically a PC. But if it's an old console, then it also could just be the old hardware. So you might have to upgrade your hardware. But another thing, I'm going to give you 3 things you can do. This might help your single player a little bit for the console you're on. And that's going to be 1, in game, turn VSync off. This locks your frame rate at 30. And locking it at 30, if you have anything that causes any type of frame drop, you're going to drop below 30 into 20.
Yes, it has horrible graphics.
Yes. Alright. So, with that being said, turn VSync off. Second, you also have your volumetric clouds and your volumetric fog, which is something they added in kind of weather-like also into ASA. Turn that off. And the way you're going to do that is, there's a mod you can download, which I have this one, which I forget the name of it. It's, hold on, it's like something Tweaks. It's a person's name in Tweaks. But it's an auto-run command setup, and this is what I have auto-run on my server. Even if it doesn't auto-run, sometimes it won't. You can click run now right there. But you also want to make sure you hit save when you type these in, and then set as suggested. So even in other single-player worlds, if you have this mod. If not, you're going to go through the other console, which I'll show you how to in a second. And you're going to type in r.volumetric clouds with a capital V and a capital C. Everything else is lowercase, no space. Then space 0. Okay, so just r.volumetric clouds like this. Okay, and then 0, comma,
I have a mod to get rid of lag and drop FPS drops.
That's weird, because I have this one, and my FPS is actually through the roof at the moment. With that being said, like r.volumetric clouds, you know, r.volumetric fog, turn the VSync to 0, and then give engrams, right? That way I have the engrams for the tech bed up top. But pretty much, that's pretty much how you would also do that if you're in single player, to give yourself all the engrams as if unlock all is on. That's how you would do it with an auto mod. but usually a lot of people are going to be going to this place, but you guys can see we did have to spawn stuff in. You guys will see why if we go back to the videos before this one. I ended up crashing out, going to another map, and then my whole character got deleted. It was trying to get me to create a whole brand new character. So when I reloaded the save, it basically rolled time backwards, and then I had to do this. But you're going to be used to this one, where you're going to be coming in, and you would actually just do right here, if you're in single player, you don't have to type in sheet, just do R dots, and then volumetric, so it's not going to be, there we go, volumetric cloud like
Yes, I
that,
know I was there.
and then 0, like that. Alrighty, sweet. So r.volumetric cloud, like that, badoopsie, and that would be your command to run. Same as like, instead of just the clouds, we're also going to be using the other one, which is fog, so it's FOG, like that. And that will get rid of all the clouds and fog, which will also give you a little bit better FPS and performance because that weather bit is gone. So just remember to leave VSync off, do those two commands, you might feel a little bit better whenever you play. But I'm not joking, I do have over 70 freaking mods installed. If you go to the Discord, which I'll go ahead and drop a link in before I forget to do so, into the chat for this one, which I'll also do after the video uploads, because that's when the video hasn't put the live chat in yet. It takes I think 24 to 48 hours, and then they do the live chat. Let me get you the Discord right quick, and everyone else the Discord. I actually sent it to myself the other day.
Okay, I need to get it on my PC, but I am broke.
Okay. See, I'm kind of right there in the same boat, brother. That's why I'm trying to go out and DoorDash tomorrow to get the server up and going. Also, big hint, I think I messed up on a little bit of the code in the actual INIs as well, so I'll have to go and fix those before I put the server up. Well, rent it tomorrow. That's if I actually get orders through DoorDash tomorrow, because DoorDash is iffy some days. But back to the saying, I broke some of the code because when I was looking at it, usually the path files is character_BP_C, but there's some in there that didn't show that.
I'm going to attempt to work at McDonald's when it opens.
Oh, okay. They usually hire on a lot of staff. If you want a good meme, I wouldn't carry it into the store with you, but I'm part of Facebook's staff on Facebook because, not Facebook, McDonald's staff on Facebook, even though I don't work at a McDonald's, and it's all because literally whenever they asked in group, why should we let you in the group? I said because the ice cream machine is down.
My first job.
First job? Oh, nice! Well, whenever you get the... Oh, Matthew! Welcome back, Matthew! Sorry, it was a second for me to be able to get in the stream chat. My bad. I was taking you as maybe someone new into the channel when you were talking before getting in and doing that. Let me quickly pop the Discord link in. And then see if it's pinnable. Am I able to pin this chat?
Discord link. https://discord.gg/d3nvquapwn.
There we go. Alright, there we go. So, that'll have all the files too. Just remember in the files I broke in the game INI. The player INI is fine. It's just the game INI. The game INI, I think I messed up some of the object paths. And the object path is usable to either create change crafting recipes or spawn rates and stuff like that, and I think I might have done it to both a couple of the crafting recipes and to the dinos. And the reason I'm saying this is because some of them on their document path was it would say this and then underscore this and then just stop. And when I done the direct paths, when I was doing the spawn code, hold on, can I actually show you this? No, I don't have it in here. Alright, when I was getting this back, which is from the AP Plus mod here for the dragons, when I was getting this guy back into the game, because I was like, you know what, I might not, I probably won't, I decided to go ahead and do it anyways, because it was just a dragon.
I messed with something and my dinos do 102 mil DMG.
You probably... So in the settings, you probably set it to where either like resistance is lower for wild dinos, or you went through like the buy level stats and like really just set a number super high there, and that's why. It's one of the two. All right. But we ended up getting the dragon back and the Bronto. I didn't get the Parasaur back. I'll go out and tame a Parasaur later. But I will end up having to get some of the other stuff back, and I did get a little bit back, as in, instead of just spawning it in, I went through, took the Bronto out,
Yes, I
spent
did. I
a
set it
long
to
time.
11.
Alrighty, nice. Yeah. So, I believe the higher the number, actually, it's supposed to give more. Lower is supposed to... I'd have to look at it again. But I got 37 of this back, guys. As you can see, like, yeah. Doing that upon the time of also coming over here and having to, do this off stream has been ridiculous. I decided not to just spawn a lot of stuff in. I decided to go ahead and just do it that way. But yeah, we're also missing our Parasaur. Alright, but now that I got you back, which I forgot to actually get meat for, the reason I got him was for getting the medal, which you guys won't get to see because it already, like, this. I'll actually show you if there's any. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I actually have a little bit more in here. It's probably going to make none, because I think it takes 12. No, it's 2 at a time, and it's make 1. Yeah, but you can see right there, it's super quick. Same as I re-got the stuff to make a little bit of gas again. I got the stuff to do a little bit of charcoal, which I'm actually going to make a little bit more for the fact of charcoal is needed. And I actually will need it. Let's see, let's go back over here, because now I can actually take the charcoal, throw it in here. Then we're going to take the flint, throw it in here, and take that stone and throw it in here to make a little bit of spark powder, which will also allow us to now start making some gunpowder. And the reason for this is because now I actually decided to go ahead and go for a long neck. We can actually get the long neck and try to go for the darts that way, which is good. Hence, if I do this.
How many levels of weight do you have?
How much levels of weight do I have? I set it to the highest you can on console, because if you go any more, it tries to do it as negative, and I don't think that actually procs correctly into it. But I'll actually go to my single player settings and show you guys what the single player is. Now, when I do my server on the PC, for some reason single player and the actual like PC held servers are different stats wise. Like if I set a 4 here on PC and I set a 4, it will be way different. PC is like lower, so I have to up that and try to rebalance out what those settings are. But back into single player for the settings, so you guys can see we have all this, and my story arcs have deleted themselves. That's funny. Arc funny, because I had stuff on every one of these, even these. I might have to restart my game to show that side. But if we go to the mods right quick, we go to available mods. Yeah, I got pages on pages of mods, okay? It's heavy modded. Hence why the name, I think, was like MMA before, which is like massively modded arc instead of mixed martial arts, which is what I guess some people probably read it as. But if we go in here, game rules, this is my game rules page. I'll let it set for a second. That way you guys have a chance to pause it if you need to. Same as here. This is the creatures. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. As you can see, that's as far as I can go. That way this right here shows. The only thing I have to change every time I come in, which you guys will as well, is going to be another setting. Another thing that might help your Xbox there, bro, or lady friend, under max count here, change this from 1 to like 0.8. Okay, I'm going to leave mine at 1 because mine can handle 1, but you might want to do that at the max dino count under creatures in game rules. And that might help you a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and click save settings there so that way it doesn't like bug my thing out. So yeah, just figured I'd show you guys that, and then, the rest of these settings. Under structure, I have set to damage to 4. So this is like if a turret or a spike wall hits a creature, it's 4 times the damage that it usually would do. Again, creature levels in my world is way higher, so I'm just adjusting for that to help kind of counteract the stat difference. Resistance here, I set mine to 0.4. Okay, and it actually says right here, higher values decrease the resistance. So where you were setting yours at like 11 is why you're doing millions of damage. I have mine set 0.4. At regular, it's like 1.0. I just have mine set 0.4 for the resistance. This is structure. It works the same for creature. So just make sure under creature here, where's the, okay, it won't be here. It'll be under the advanced one. We'll be there in a second. But structure is 0.4. Damage repair cooldown's 29. Disable structure placement collision is on, which doesn't work completely fully, but it works a little bit. Is like that. The cooldown here, this is actually supposed to be amount of time before someone can repair. This was actually supposed to be something like, I think 10. Okay, instead of 29. So
And
that
my
setting got
raptors
messed
are
up.
fast AF.
Oh, yeah, and I'll show you why here in a second. So now when we go into World, you guys will see XP multiplier is 30, taming speed multiplier is 30. So this way you get your speed, your taming stuff up, especially for other things. Here's what I always have to change every time I come in, and I keep forgetting to do it when I do streams and stuff, but this 10 is actually supposed to be 25. Go ahead and save the settings, which I don't think it works over 10 anyways, but that's usually what I set it to. Allow speed leveling, turn this on, same as like the player speed leveling, turn that on. Maximum difficulty, I have mine on at the moment, but what I usually play with is actually going to leave this off, but I'm leaving it on because, well, the modded creatures kind of are broken where you can't set the stats individually. But the maximum difficulty, usually I turn this off. My server is going to be something like this, which is 15, because again, it's different when you play on an online version of it. Like, what I say 4 here is going to be different over there. It's going to be way lower. When I looked at Beacon, when I was doing some of the code, which I can't do all the code through Beacon because the modded creatures don't go through there, so I can't use Beacon for that. Sorry, guys. The modded creatures don't go through there. Only the regular ones do. So I had to actually edit the regular creatures there and edit the regular stuff when I edit there. And then in the actual document itself, copy what the code line for that is, paste it over into like Notepad++ on the PC, and then edit it there, and then report it back, right? But again, when I was going through Beacon, which Nitrado will be where the server is based from, but Beacon, where this 15 here is probably something like a 4 here, okay? That's how much different it is. But I usually play at 4, save settings. The only reason I don't do that now is the modded creatures, and I'll kind of show you guys that here in a second with being in God mode, and then we'll come back out and fix it. Leave that to set to 1, and then set this to maximum difficulty on.
Opens chat GPT.
Oh, no. The thing you heard in the background is actually where I'm being messaged by Maffle, which is the creator to the Anunnaki Ascended mod. I kind of talked to him about some of the other stuff. He just done app for me. Hold on.
I mean, I would use GPT to get code.
Oh, yeah. So, pretty much, we're going to head over to rules now. This is where my rules are, third-person camera, you know, all this. I'm not really going to show too much of it for the fact of this ain't really, like, hard code. This is just stuff you can do, same if you want to do some other stuff. We're going to move into advanced now, and this is where one of the other codes are going to come in
Because
a
I suck
second.
at coding.
Actually use Beacon, okay? If you don't have Omni, you're gonna miss out on some stuff. I donated. I think it's only like what, like $4 donation, five, something like that. So it's very cheap. You can actually donate to Beacon, and then they'll give you the Beacon Omni for the rest of your life, and it allows you to go in and literally just like set stuff there, and it's like
Okay.
it's visually, so you can actually edit stuff there too. But again, I'm already going to be setting code, so if you want to, you'll be able to copy it. Just don't take the one I have up there now till I go back and re-reference everything. Which was the update I done last night, kind of broke some things, which I will go back and fix again and give you guys the Uber updated. I'll call it the Uber updated file. That way you guys will know that it's the up-to-date file in Discord. That way you can just copy paste it into a server if you guys get a server going. But this is kind of what we're at. PvP, this is where I'm at. So fast on OK is off. This is off. This is on. This is set to 300. So this is the respawn interval check period. This you always want to change. I always change it. Set this to 0. Then you want respawn interval multiplier to be 0. You want your respawn interval base amount to be 0. Okay, this way you spawn back immediately and you don't get that freaking timer. Zone structure damage, that's fine. This right here is 3, which is structure prevent resource radius is 3. We're gonna set that to, actually no, we're fine. We'll say 3. I gotta click save right quick so that way it doesn't mess up. We're just gonna go ahead and save it again. We're gonna go to worlds, and you might have to change these every time you play single player, sadly. World day cycle speed is 0.1, daytime speed is 1, nighttime speed is 10, override official whatever 0 as an off, initial time of day 10, spool time 0 0, and then 6, and then for the resource radius is 1.2 and 1.2 for both of them. Go to the middle section. Harvest health is 2.8. I'm actually going to change this. If you guys want to change it with me, I'm going to do 3.4. That way I can just hit objects a little bit more with the pickaxe, because the pickaxe already right now at the moment is kind of strong. Resource respawn interval is 0.02. Crop growth speed 0.1. Crop decay speed 0.1. So this way they grow fast, last longer. Poop interval is 1. Mating interval is 0.01, so you can actually mate your dinos a little more often. Lay egg interval is 1. Egg hatch speed, egg hatch speed. This is actually supposed to be updated. It did not update it. This is something like 20. Okay, save. Disable imprint dino buff. Off. Anyone can baby imprint. On. Baby mature speed is 14. Baby food consumption, I'm going to change this actually, because 14 was a little bit low. We'll do something
I
like
also hatch dinos
20.
in 1 second and 1 second to grow up all the way.
So that's where you adjust these super high, which is those, and then the egg hatch speed is super high. Baby food consumption is 1. Baby cuddle interval 0.01. Baby cuddle grace period is 1. Baby cuddle lose imprint is 0.01. Baby imprint stat scale is 1.4. That way you get a little bit more out of the whenever you actually hatch a dino and imprint it. Health is going to be for wild dino is 0.8. Stamina is 1. Oxygen is 1. Food is 1. Water is 1. Weight is 1. Damage is 1. Speed is 0.01 because of the fact if this actually does wild dinos. I was trying to like offset the freaking badass dodos from being Mach 10 speed, which actually did not work, but it does kind of work on some of the wild. Fortitude is 0.01, so this way they have low topor, so that way, same as topority here, this way it's easier to knock dinos out. Topority is 0.01. Temperature is 1. We're going to go to tame dinos. Tame dinos. Now under here is where if you add per stat 2, so you want to have your health at 1.8, stamina at 3, oxygen at 3, food at 3, 5 for water. This is where I put in, I think it was like 10 million weight here. 1.8 damage, 1.4 speed, 8 fortitude, 8 torpidity, and 11 temperature. And this is stats per level. And then add per level is going to be 20, 20, 20, 14, 14, 1 billion, 20, 6.4, 11, 999, and 999. Then we go to stats affinity. So this is like when you actually get a really good one after tame. Like if you're tame, like you're still at 100% on your tame. Efficiency, you actually get a boost from that. The lower you get. That's why people love like not having their dinos get hit and stuff like that, so you don't lose the affinity. Um, Health is going to be 0.3 instead of 0.2. I think it's like 0.1 that goes here, but I've done 0.3. Stamina is 2, oxygen is 2, food is 2, water is 2, weight is 21. Damage is 0.3, speed is 1.4. Now, this you don't want to do too much, or you're going to have dinos being really sucker fast after you tame them. Fortitude is 2, and torpidity is 3, and for final, temperature is 3. And that's what you're going to have there. Under player, this is what mine is: 9.8, 18, 300, 20, 20, 1,294,900. Wait. 1,294,967,296. Okay? 9.8, 7.9, 4,000 fortitude, Topor is 999, and temperature is 2,000. Okay? XP multipliers, this is where I went in again for even more of the XP multipliers. I went rapid with it: 2, 3, 1.5, 2, 2, 11, 4, 5, 2, 2, 0.01 on tamed creature kill. Okay? If you're killing tamed creatures, come on, man. That should be shunned. Okay? Unclaimed creature kill is 2. So the best ones to actually do is regular kill, and I think the boss kills. Yeah, alpha creatures. 5. Okay. Uh, Miscellaneous, we have
I
max
put
players and tribe 4.
$9,999,999,999,999 on OXP.
Oh, wow. And then we have all of this. Okay, which is a little bit more to look into. Photo mode range, I actually lowered mine. Okay. I think the original is like 5,000. I put it at 3. Okay. Um, as in 3,000, just 3 distance. Supply crate loot quality, this is 2. Fish loot quality, because again, I think fish should actually be lower than the actual crate, because the crate is safe. It comes from like a thing being beamed down from an actual crew. Maybe it got dropped, but the crate would be damaged, right? So again, that gets a 2. Fish loot quality, now this is where things go low, because again, if you take something, send it into the water, some things work fine, guns don't,
And I got mag level for
rust.
harvesting one bush.
Oh yeah, you will, especially with that much XP. You should have like, as soon as
Max
you even
level.
pick something up, should have been max level. Yeah. Fuel consumption interval. This allows me to actually like why some of the crafting goes a little bit faster. I put it 0.8 because the lower this is, the faster you use your fuel, the faster things craft out. But you don't want to set it to like 0.1, or you're going to be out of fuel in like 1 second. So that's why mine's set to 0.8 when this is usually 1.0. Okay. Platform structure limit. I set this to 4, so you can have 4 times the amount of stuff onto a platform before it's like, oh, you cannot place another object. And then we have show floating damage text as off, because that actually can, like, it's cool to see, but again, that's more stuff on your screen that also the game has to render and stuff like that. So performance wise, I just turn it off. Engrams here, this is if you want to enable or disable them. This also comes with, there's a thing in here under, I don't know exactly, I know it's under advanced, but I don't think it's this page. It will ask, hold on, I'll try to find it so I can show you. Right here. Yes, it is this page. Only allow specific engrams on. This allows you to go into the engrams, and let's say I was like, all right, something is super massive game breaking, right? So let's say that game-breaking object would be teleporters from tech or something like that. I would have to go through here, here's structure. I would have to go through here and find that object, and let's say like the large teleporter is allowing people to mesh into a map. I can now turn it off, right? And now when you go in game, that tech teleporter is no longer going to be there. It's going to stay grayed out. You won't be able to build it and
1
stuff like
billion
that.
DMG gun.
1 billion damage weapon. Nice. So that's how you do that as well, guys. If you want to take certain things and turn them off and stuff like that. Now you can't do that through the mod here, but I could probably look at disabling like a certain structure in, we'll say, the PC version using Beacon, and then when I see how to disable the structure, I can be like, oh, okay, I don't want certain structures from mods being into the game, and I can literally just remove the engram, right? And make sure that it does not get learned, people can't use it, and I'm going to have to do that as well on my
Beer yummy.
server later. What'd you say? Beer, yay. Yep. Alright, so with that said, that's basically how you do your settings. I'm probably going to have to restart my system here in a second because, as you can see, there's no save file there, or there. Same as here or here. Let's see. If I load in, it says I have to create a character. I'm going to have to reload my system. Fingers crossed, guys, that I did not delete all my save data. Thanks, Ark. Thank you. And another thing to go over is, like, you fixed it and then broke it again. The hairline. Okay? Like, I didn't realize I was playing AVP Survival Ascended. If you guys see it, which is Alien vs. Predator. I'm going to have to reload my game, probably redo my save, which will roll me back a little bit again, but...
Ark, fix your ish.
Yeah, Ark definitely needs to be fixed, because all I did was leave my game, and this broke. And that's another reason I'm also looking to get a server, guys. So that way, like, I can't just crash out a game and my character be gone. Or, you know, leave and all my save files go, yep, fingers up to you. Because this is now
What is the
twice in
hairline?
one day. Exactly, what's the hairline? That's what I'm saying, AVP, man. Alien versus Predator. Think of Predator from AVP.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Same. Alright, but I'm going to have to reload game, which means I'm also going to be... The stream's going to end, sadly. And I don't know if I'm doing another Ark stream tonight. I might do a different game because I've already got a headache after that occurred. Because that's twice in one day. That everything just whoop, and then me having to reload a save. I'm glad whatever I done before I'd done this stream, I believe I did upload to the cloud, so it'll just roll me back that far now instead of way back like I started yesterday. But yeah, it's oof. I'm probably going to move to a different game. I might stream it. I will see you guys over on that game if I stream it. Till next time, stay awesome.